Hey, are you tired of having a big business personally do you in with your contracts, such as cable, phone, internet, home security systems, stuff like this? Well, the first thing that you need to learn to do, you need to learn to negotiate your contracts. And that requires reading your contracts, which some people don't do. Some people fail to read the contracts, and yes, I've been a victim to that as well. And I'm going through a problem with a previous home security service. But if you do these steps, I promise you, you can renegotiate your contracts. And if the company chooses not to accept your terms, I'm going to tell you like this: there are 1,000 other companies that will. Because the only thing that company, whoever it may be, it could be Comcast, it could be Burger King, it could be whoever, only thing that company can tell you is no. I'm sorry, we don't do that. But I guarantee you that with diligent search, you'll find one that is willing to meet you on a field that where you feel most comfortable. And number one, it's the payment plan. Your payment plan is pretty much set in stone. But, however, you can talk these people. Hey, your competitors are offering $5 less than what you're charging, and they're giving me more service. Are you competitive? Do you meet? Can you beat their prices, or will you match them? Second, okay, what happens if your service doesn't work for a period of time? How do I benefit if your services doesn't work? Because if you don't ask these questions, this would be something that you're stuck with. Whether it's 12 months, whether it's 24 months, 36 months or more. If you don't ask questions, you'll never know, and you're stuck with something that you really don't want. And the next question that you really have to ask yourself is, is this company really right for me? And that's to check their internet ratings. Not just with Google, which most people, that's all they're going to do, but also look on the Better Business Bureau. Let's see how bad their rating is or how good it is. Let's see their positive comments as well as their negative. And if they're really great, check Yelp, because there's no such thing as a perfect company. And if you check, you'll find bad stuff about Bank of America. You'll find bad stuff about Flanagan's. You'll find bad stuff about every company in the world. But it's up to you to decide, is this worth going into, or this worth staying away from? Because it's up to you to figure out where you want to go and where you want to be. And financially, that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, it's your money that's on the line. And all of these companies are here to do one thing, and that's to take your money. And that money is in exchange for service. But you are entitled to that one thing, and that service. And if you fail to get it, did you prepare yourself for it? Did you try to include that to the contract? Because a lot of companies don't like people that want to renegotiate the terms of their already prefabbed contract. Contracts are supposed to be written for the individual, not some mass generated piece of garbage. You go in and you sign a deal for a house. That contract is not a run of the mill thing to where they gave the same contract to a million other people. No, they personally went and they wrote in portions of that contract. And guess what? During the time of your house buying, if you found something wrong with it, you can renegotiate the price. Uh, you know, somebody may have taken something from the house that was there during your first walkthrough. You can renegotiate the contract. Plumbing's not working. Renegotiate the contract. So when it comes to your phone carriers, hey, I lost power during the hurricane and your phone service was down. What are you going to do for me? And that's up to you to make that choice and that decision. Because once a company has failed to provide service, for no matter how brief a moment of time, it is deemed a breach of contract. I'm not an attorney, and you want to read your contracts before you just go ahead and tell them, I'm not doing business with you. I canceled the contract because you're not, you didn't provide me with service for 5 minutes. I'm not an attorney. Yes, I do work in the legal field, but I'm not an attorney. But I can tell you this, that if you stand by your guns, these people will be willing to negotiate and possibly work out a compromise in order to keep you. Until next